Hello! Can you believe this? 2 Mondays in a row. Videos, rolling them out just for you. I'm into it. I'm back. I'm hoping I stay back because I really want to stay back. I know there's been so many people that have subscribed during my ridiculous moving hiatus. And I just want to pause for a second and say hello to those people. Thank you guys so much for taking a chance on me and subscribing even though I wasn't uploading new videos at the moment. I really appreciate that. I have so many messages on so many videos that I haven't been able to respond to, and I'm hoping that I can eventually maybe catch up with what, 12,200 subscribers at this point. It's becoming increasingly difficult to keep up with the messages, so I'm gonna do the best I can. Yeah, that's what I can promise you. I'll do the best I can, but I just really wanted to say thank you guys so much for actually being here, for taking a chance on me, and for watching my videos. I really, really do appreciate that. For those of you who are new here, hi, hello. My name is Nikki. This is my channel, Plants, Pots, and Whatnots. And of course, for all of my GFPs, my gluttons for punishment, who keep coming back for more, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for your love and support over these last 4 years. Have I been here 4 years? Wow. Yeah, it's wild. Okay. So today we are just going to do some, it's going to be random. It's going to be random. I have a little bit of plant chore stuff to do. I have to deal with this. I'll explain that in a few moments. It's not a good story, but it's a story nonetheless. I want to show you guys a couple new plants that I got. And we're just going to kind of putter. I've got a couple plants that I want to water, and it's just going to be a fairly short, I think, video. And so, you know, throw me on in your kitchen while you're watering plants or doing plant care yourself, and let's make a day of it. This is probably making all kinds of noise. Is it? There's somebody knocking on my door. I should get that. Hold on. Nope. It was just my child trying to get my attention. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do today. It's going to be a little random, and might as well just hop into it. Let's do it. Okay, we might as well get the ugliness out of the way first. This has been put off for so long to the point where this is where we're at. That's embarrassment. That's what that is. I don't know what we're going to find in here. So let me tell you what this is, because I'm willing to bet there is no way that you will ever guess what this is. Oh, I'm going to have so many people like, what? This was my, oh, she gone. I guess I don't have to deal with it. I guess that's it. Okay, well, I'm going to reuse this soil because the soil was still okay, but we'll deal with that later. Oh, so that was my Philodendron strawberry shake. I'm so sad. I wanted that plant so badly, and it just did not survive the move. I don't have words. I feel like we should have a moment of silence. We're just going to move along. So if anybody has a line on a decently priced strawberry shake with beautiful variegation, please let me know. So sad. Okay, well, that was that. So first thing I want to do, I did do a repotting video last week. It was starting to get a little bit long, and I wanted to get this one done as well. We have to put up some Christmas lights today outside, which I am so freaking excited for. This new house, and we get like a new space to decorate for Christmas, and we're just super jazzed. Jordan went out yesterday and bought like $130 worth of Christmas lights for outside. That's just for outside, so I'm really excited. Anyway, so we'll try to make this short and sweet, but I have these, I'm trying to, like I said in my last video, I'm trying to condense a bunch of plants. There's a couple syngoniums I want to put together. I have these cuttings of Silver Splash that I want to just put all in the same pot to give it one pot instead of like two. And that's what we're going to do first. So this is a Silver Splash. These are, so if you are a what is a hiccup burp? If you're a trailing plant kind of person and you don't have the Scindapsus Silver Splash, get yourself one. It's honestly one of the fastest growing Scindapsus. I know a lot of them grow quite slowly, but this one actually grows extremely fast. They have beautiful silvery markings on the leaves, but it's like soft looking. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like mottled rather than like this guy. I'll put a picture in, but it's the Exotica, and the Exotica has beautiful silver, but it's not as soft looking, like brushed. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, so that's a great one if you are looking for a fast growing Scindapsus and can't seem to find one. These guys have been rooting in here for a while, and you can see that they've done quite well. I probably don't have to hold that up. You can see the roots. So those actually rooted right into the soil. I rooted them directly in the soil. And then these ones rooted in water. And I did them around the same time. And I mean, I think the ones that rooted in soil did pretty well. I mean, they're both fairly on par with each other. So we're just going to go ahead and, I don't even know what that was. We're just going to go ahead and put them in here. I'm going to kind of set them in here and then drop the soil in and around these ones. Oh, that one's tiny. Oh, and that's a mushy bit. Oh, we get the mushy bits. Nobody likes mushy bits. Actually, that one's hardly. You know what? I'm just going to toss that one. And then this side. And this is like a long piece that has like nothing right here. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to curl that down and just put that down into the pot, because those nodes that don't have leaves on them will grow roots. And that way we kind of kill two birds with one stone, rather than like it's already got roots on the base. And then rather than try to cut it and then reroot it, it's already got roots. It'll grow more. And I bet you, I'm willing to bet that it will grow faster because it's got those additional roots that are providing it with some food, some energy. Okay. And I found my oil pan, which is awesome. I had to go digging around in my basement. That's a hot mess right now. Okay. Oh, I did receive some additional questions on my Instagram from the last video, so I'll probably go ahead and answer those. I gotta grab my phone, and I don't remember what they were. I think I got another question about what my wish list plants are. And oh, I thought of another one actually. If you saw last week's video, this will make sense. If you haven't seen last week's video, then you're probably like, what are you talking about? I was asked what plants are on my wish list right now, and I really couldn't think of much that I really wanted. I had mentioned I want to try the variegated Adansonii. They're slowly starting to come down a little bit in price. Last year there's no way that I was going to pay what they were asking for, because they're just too much. And for a plant that could potentially go sideways on me, I'm just not about it. So that's that. I also just wanted to get some more common varieties. I want to get another neon pothos. I want to get a Cebu blue. I want to replace, I got this cute little global green pothos, and I want to get like a big pot of it. So we'll set this here and we'll just give it a little water. There she is. It's so cute. I figured maybe this one I'll bring to work. I made the mistake, so stupid of me, because you know, like how long have I been doing plants? So when I first started working there, I have this desk right at a window. I was so excited. I was like, I can bring plants, and oh my gosh. So I brought this really cute little cacti arrangement that I made, which is doing great. I took a little propagation thing that Jordan got me last year for Christmas, and I had like a pink princess cutting in it, which is growing. It's got roots, but it looks absolutely dreadful. And then I brought one of my extra Anthurium forgetii, and what didn't even dawn on me was the fact that that office has 0 humidity in the air. It's probably sitting around 20% most of the time, and that Anthurium was not happy with me. It's no longer with us because I was just too busy at work, and then by the time I'm done work for the day, I forget about everything else but running home, and so it's still sitting there on my desk. So everybody at work knows that I'm a plant person. So when they come to my desk, they look at this poor forgetii and they're like, really? You sure? I swear to God. So anyway, what I have to do is bring some plants that will be okay in lower humidity, not Anthurium. So this one will be a great candidate for that. And so I'll pack that guy up in the morning and I'll take him to the office and he'll look cute. Here we go, making a mess, but there she is. All right, we'll set that one right here. Actually, we'll set it there because it's still dripping pretty good. Okay, so that gets rid of those, which is excellent. Let's see. What else did I want to do? I honestly thought that strawberry shake might have a little bit more roots, perhaps, and that it would be okay, but it's not. Oh, what was this? Oop, doesn't matter. It's squishy. Snap, crackle, pop. I do need to water the plants that I got last. So this is that little ficus moonshine. See if I can hide my face. It's really cute. I just needed to water that in and I didn't get to it last video. And while it's sitting here, I might as well do that. Give her a little slurp. I can't wait to see this one. I was asking you guys in the last video, if you have one of these, please send me a photo of what they look like or what yours looks like, because I'm really curious to see what they look like once they get a little more mature. So there's that one, all watered. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys a couple plants that I got. In the last video that I had mentioned there that we had a little plant date with my friend Paula, who you guys know I mention her all the time, and Grania, who has a YouTube channel here. She is a fellow Ontarian, and she's just fabulous. I will put her channel down below. She's from Dublin, Ireland, and honestly, I could just listen to her talk all day. Just like tell me a story. I don't care what, read the phone book. I just love listening to her. She's got great stories. She's just a lovely, lovely human. And so both of them were here last week and they both brought me, because they always, every time I see them, they're like handing me plants. And I'm like, you guys are way too good to me. You spoil me rotten. Where am I going to put this plant? So hence some of the combining. So I want to show you a couple of the plants that they bought me, or that they brought me, not bought me, from cuttings from their own. And yeah. I feel like I had another thought. Probably not. Oh, we got to do those syngoniums as well. Okay, so the first one that I want to show you is this one, because this is like, so this is a Philodendron Summer Glory. So this plant, I'll get better close-ups here, but look at that leaf. I hope it's coming off on camera. It's absolutely beautiful. If you haven't seen these before, I want you to take a second and try to guess what the cross is. So it's a philodendron cross, which we all know are amazing. All crosses that I've come across have been great. And this one looks like it's going to be no exception. This is a fairly new leaf. It's got another one coming out the back here. So take a second, go ahead and write what you think the cross is. If you have one of these, go ahead and put it down there. Give you a second. Okay, so this is a cross between, and I'm pretty sure, so a Philodendron gloriosum and a Philodendron black cardinal. And when I tell you these leaves, like the camera doesn't do them justice, I'll get a photo, like, I'll get a close up and insert it here. But these leaves are soft. They're not fuzzy like the gloriosum, and they're not really leathery like the cardinal, but they have a really nice mix of the two, and it almost feels like soft leather. Oh, and they're beautiful. I can't wait, guys, to see this plant huge. The leaves come out, if you can see this right here, this really pink color, just beautiful. And then they open up and they're almost like a pinky burgundy. And then they slowly, fade to the green, but they still have that beautiful sheen and softness. And I love it so much. It's so pretty. And I can't wait to see this. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's a crawler. So the same as the gloriosum, it gets that growth pattern from the gloriosum. And I'm here for it. Okay, let me grab a couple more plants that I want to show you, and then we'll do the syngoniums, and then maybe we'll wrap it up because I don't want this video to be too long because I actually want to get them edited at some point. So I'll be right back. Okay, a lot of these I'm sure I'm going to have to put close-ups in because I don't think I can get them close enough to the camera, or I'll just zoom in. Okay, we'll start from the smallest. So this is one that Grania brought me. So when she was on her way, she asked if I had one, and I said no. She's like, okay, I've got a cutting of one and I'm gonna bring it to you. And then she gets here and she goes, oh my goodness, I didn't realize it didn't have any leaves, and I guess it had one and she knocked it off. However, I don't know if you can see them. I'm going to put a photo in. So this is a Philodendron tenue. Here's a photo of what they look like when they get bigger. They're beautiful philodendrons. She knows that I'm a philodendron fanatic. So she brought me this one, and it's got these two, look at these two cute tiny little leaves. And I can't wait. It's actually popped that second leaf out within about 3 days that it was here. So I think it's going to do really well. I've got this in my little terrarium, the terrarium that I built there. Because it gets really nice humidity and nice light. So these three that I'm about to show you are all currently in there. One of them I'm going to pot up right now. Maybe the second one I want to check on roots. So the second one, this is one that Paula brought me. And so this is a Syngonium frosted heart. She brought me one of these about 1.5 years ago, maybe more than that now. And it didn't do as well as I was hoping. But it was on one of my higher shelves and it was under way too much light. So anyway, she brought me another one, and I'm really going to try not to kill this one. But these are a beautiful Syngonium. They have this beautiful frosty look to them. And so this one's got a little bit of a root, and I want to get it into soil before it gets too crazy in this. And it's not super solid in there. So there's that one. I have this vision of excuse me. I have this vision of having this Syngonium beside my Syngonium chia pens. Here it is. She's crazy. And kind of growing up side by side. And I just get that visual for a second. Just think of what that would look like with both of them growing up. Anyways. So this little guy here, there he is. Can you tell what it is? So Paula and I did an import a year ago, maybe. I think it was right before the winter last year. Maybe it was right after I don't remember. And I'd have to go back and look. And the import didn't go as well as I had hoped. It was from a different company than I had imported from previously. And I had a much better experience with the previous import than I did this one. And one of the plants that I imported was the Philodendron verrucosum sunset. And when I tell you this plant is stunning, I don't think I can accurately convey what this plant looks like. So I'm just going to show you. Yep. So when I got it, all the roots like were basically rotted, and I had to reroot it. They do take, as a verrucosum, a little bit higher humidity, so I had it in my short Millsbow, and it just didn't bounce back. I've had a decent amount of experience with rehabbing plants, and this one it just got me. So anyways, to make a long story long, Paula brought me a cutting of hers that she was also struggling with, but she cut it into a couple nodes in hopes that she could save them. And she gave me this little cutting, and it's doing well. You can start to see a little bit of that red. I don't know if you can see that or not, on the back. And I'm really excited. And it's got some roots now, and I want to take it out of here and see if I can get it into a pot. I do not like growing plants in water or perlite or leca or pond or anything like that. I'm a firm believer in grow them in what they would grow in nature. And to each his own. You don't have to, you know, go and change all your plants. Not that you would anyways, but that's just a personal preference of mine. Everybody does their own thing and has their own way of doing things. Paula, Grania, they love pond. They love, you know, that kind of stuff. I just don't. And I'm over talking that topic way too much. Anyways, so I want to get that out there. Now this one I'm going to have to check with Paula and what it's called because I don't remember, but it's an Aglaonema, and I haven't had a colored Aglaonema in a while. And when she brought me this, I was so excited because it's so pretty. Look, can you see it? I'll insert a photo again. I keep saying that, but you get it by now. Anyway, it's really, really pretty, and I think it's going to add a really nice pop of color to my collection. Once it gets a little bit more established, it's still just like a plug almost. And then the other one that she brought me was this. So this is a spathiphyllum or a peace lily. And again, I don't remember what the name of it is. I'll insert it here after I check with Paula. But I really like the peace lilies. I have a huge domino, and I'm sure you guys, if you've been with me a while, know about it. It used to sit on my kitchen table, and it just, I mean, it was getting to the point where it just overtook my table. So now it's on a shelf or a plant stand by the window, and it's thriving. It's right behind where you are right now, and it's got this beautiful new bloom, and it's really, really thriving. I need to repot it because it's been the same pot for about 3 years, but that's for another day because that's going to be a bigger job than we have time for today. And then the last one that I want to just show you right now was this one. And I don't know if I briefly showed this in the last video or not. I don't remember, but these are a fairly new cultivar. So this, it's going to show up. So I believe they are selling these as a Philodendron caramel. Not a caramel marble, so let's not get those confused. So this is a Philodendron cross, but I'm not sure of what. I know that I'm pretty sure that it has black cardinal in it, but I don't know what the other one was. I'll look it up, and if I can find it, I'll put it here on the screen because I'm sure I can find it. I just haven't bothered to look. Or if you know, go ahead and write it down in the comments. But it's really nice. The leaves come out this really dark, beautiful color. It's like similar to the black cardinal, but it's a little more muted. It's not quite as burgundy. And then as the leaf matures, it gets this like mocha, like caramelly color. They're really, really pretty. So Paula gave me that one, and I think it's just like super cute, and I love it. While I've got those ones out, actually, I'm gonna throw them in for a little bit of a a drink because they're a little dry. We'll give my little global green. I seriously need one. Actually, those two I'm going to put in different pots, I think, anyway. Maybe not. Do I have 2 pots? I don't think I brought up any smaller ones. Okay, well, we're not going to do that today. But this one I want to get. And this one needs some water. This is like a hectic all over the map video. I apologize. Thought the soil was going to come out on me. Okay. All right. I want to check the roots on this guy. So I think what I'll do for this is I'm going to bring the camera in and just face it down. And then you guys can like watch that way. So you can actually see what I'm doing, because I know you probably can't see from there. Okay. So if you guys can see this, you can probably see some of these plants up a little closer now. So there is, where are we? There's the spathiphyllum, which isn't going to focus for me. I don't know if that's focused or not. Probably not. Oy. And I got my little viewfinder upside down. That's awesome. Flip. There we go. Okay, that's better. I still don't think it's going to focus, but... Focus! Whatever. I'll put a photo in there. There is the Syngonium frosted heart. And here is the little varicosum. You can see the slight reddish on the back there. Okay, so I want to pop this varicosum out and see if we've got enough roots to be able to pot it. Okay, here's the varicosum. I just want to gently, because I don't want to mess up any roots that it's been working on. Okay. There's not a ton, but I think if I put it in soil and then make sure to keep it fairly watered, that's a nice hardy stem. And the soil that I have is quite airy, so I think we'll be okay. I'm really hoping any of this is focusing. Okay, we'll set it there. And which pot do I want to put it in? Do I have a pot to put it in? Seriously, Nikki? Seriously. Well, I think I'll just put it in this white pot for now. So this is just a white plastic pot. I'm actually going to use a little bit of this because it's got some charcoal in it. And it's nice and chunky, but moisture retentive. And then we'll put her right down. I might have to cut off that very bottom. I don't want to do that though. Well, that might be okay. All right, let's fill her in and see what happens. I think a lot of times people underestimate what a plant can and can't do or withstand. Most plants are pretty versatile. I think more so or more often than not, we over care for a lot of our plants, which tends to be detrimental to the plant. And what I've found, especially in the last probably year and a half or so, is the less time I give to a plant, or I shouldn't even say that, the less fiddling and farting around with my plants that I do, the better that they seem to grow. Anyways, so don't be a helicopter plant parent. Most of the time, most of your plants will be okay as long as they have all the proper conditions, which, you know, we try to say, you know, do your research about the plant first before you go and buy a plant, especially if you're going to spend any kind of money on it, and kind of go from there. But as long as it has what it needs, it should be okay. So there is my cute little varicosum sunset. I'm gonna just put it over here and give her a nice watering through. She's used to being in water with perlite, so we want to make sure that for the first, you know, few weeks at least, that we're giving it a little bit more water than we probably would otherwise, because it's used to being in a more wet environment. There we go. She's all watered. Not that you can see it, but you'll have to trust me. Okay, now my hands are soaking wet and dirty. All right. Oh, my syngonium. I'm gonna put it in this tiny little pot for now because the roots aren't that big. I'm gonna throw some soil in there, and you can see there's not a ton. So I'm gonna plunk it down in here, and we're just gonna backfill around there. Oh. Really hoping that I don't kill this one. I just want that big, beautiful one like my chia pens. And they're very, very similar. They have the same shape, just like different color. So I think they would look so nice just sitting side by side. Get down there. Here we go. She's all potted up in her cute little pot. That's not focusing. Gonna go ahead and give her a water. And you know what? I think that's probably good for today. I got some Christmas lights to put up. I'm gonna bring you up so you can see me. Hi. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Call it done. This is really uncomfortable. Okay, I think I'm just gonna call it there. I don't want these videos to be like super crazy long. I wanna have time to edit them. And we have some serious Christmas lighting to do tonight. And I have to clean the kitchen so Jordan can make a delicious dinner for us. So that's gonna take me some time. So I'm gonna cut it off here. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day. I really appreciate it to watch my videos. I hope you have an amazing and wonderful day, night, week, month, and year. I love y'all to bitty bits, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah!